Hi, and welcome back to Mighty Little Green Machine. On today's video, I'm going to be building a holder for my quick hitch and arms from the 3-point hitch. In a previous video where I was showing you loading the trailer, Projects by JW, who's another channel. If you haven't checked that channel out, go check him out. He has some great content. He does a lot with his 1025R. He's got some great innovative ideas, and I enjoy his videos very much. So anyway, he reached out to me and said, it looks like you need something to make your life easier with your 3-point hitch. I take mine on and off quite a bit because of the side work I'm doing. You know, I wouldn't normally if it was just being used at my house, but because I'm constantly doing side work that involves one or the other, I'm constantly having to move it. So I'm going to build one of these so that I can actually load it and unload it with my forks onto the trailer or into the back of my truck and take it with me when I go to do jobs. So this is going to be my version of Projects by JW's 3-point hitch holder. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with this 24-inch furniture dolly that I bought at Harbor Freight. It was $27 and some change, maybe closer to 28. The one that JW used was a little bit wider. It was 27 inches, but it also was a little more spread out. It had a rail on either end. So I looked at both of them and I decided to go with this. I figured a little bit of extra wood can't hurt me. So that's going to be the base for our platform. And because it's on wheels, I'll be able to roll it around on smooth surfaces. Okay, so looking at the picture that JW posted on my Facebook page, it looks like he made his baseboards the exact same width of the furniture dolly he was using, which his was 27 inches. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stay with 27 inches. It seems to work well for his, because he's also got it so that he can stack his weights on it when he's not using them, so that he can roll them around the garage, which I like very much. And the good news is this won't take up much room once we're done. So I'm going to start with a 2x6, and this is just scrap lumber I had laying around. You could probably build it all with scrap lumber. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut two 27-inch pieces for the base to start this. And that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to give me a solid base for the uprights we're going to add, and it's also going to give the platform a more solid base if I want to put all those weights on, which I think I probably will. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to try and do mine just a little bit differently. It looks like 24 inches wide is enough, so I'm going to try and do that. Now keep in mind that I posted a picture up there so you can see it. All I have is a single photograph. I haven't even spoken with JW yet, so I'm kind of making this up as I go along from the picture. But I think I can make it work the 24 inches on mine so that I have less protruding out on the thing. So that's what I'm doing now, is cutting my second 23-inch piece. Sorry, 24-inch piece. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is measure how high I need this to be to support this. It looks like 18 inches. Which will keep it pretty low center of gravity. So I'm going to make my uprights 20, what did I just say? 18 inches, I think. No, 16. Okay. So I'm going to cut two. I happen to have some 2x8, so I'm going to cut two 16-inch pieces of 2x8. And then we can start putting this together. I'm going to go 16 and a half just to be safe. We'll see. Again, I'm kind of making this up from just looking at his picture. The nice thing about this project is it'll work for any tractor you have. Just got to make sure you check the sizes to fit. But this is a quick hitch for John Deere. It's probably the same size as any quick hitch. Double check it before you build it, but I'm willing to bet that this will work for any quick hitch you have. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my uprights to my cross supports from the bottom so I can get them in there as good as I can. And then I'll attach the cross supports to the actual dolly. So these are going to go all the way back on the dolly. So I'm going to take what's going to become the back one. I don't know if I'm making a mistake by using the 2x10s or not. We'll find out. Okay. So these are the uprights here. This is my cross piece. I'm going right at the outside edge. No, I'm not. Hold on, let's double check the width. There are gussets on this. So I want to be at 22.5. So I'm going to do 22. So I'm going to do 11 off center, which should be 24, so that's 12. And then minus 11 would be at 1 inch. So the outside edge is going to be at 1 inch on both sides. So we'll take out those screws I just put in. And do it. Make sure you go in a little from the edge where you're going to put it, and don't put them too close, and don't go too close to the outside edges because it will split. Now, doing a project like this, it doesn't matter so much. About like if I was doing something with fine wood, I would definitely pre-drill these holes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to make this easier for me is I'm gonna continue my 1 inch lines down the sides so I can see where I want this. See, make sure I can get this thing where I want it. Okay, very nice. Do the other side. Turn this around and make sure I get this one lined up. Not bad. Okay, so that's how it's going to sit Then I am going to use 2x4s to make my top plate. So this is actually going to sit a little higher. So what I didn't take into account was running my 2x4 across, which I want to put it so I can screw it down so it gives me more side-to-side strength. That's going to lift me by 1.5 inches, but it's not, that's okay. Not the end of the world. It'll all still work. So let's cut some 2x4 for the top. Okay, so before I go any farther, I'm going to measure my uprights outside to outside and make sure that I got this right. So I'm at 22 inches, which is exactly, if you remember, it's like 22.5 from inside the gusset to inside the gusset. So that's perfect. So I'm going to cut. I think I'm going to do 3 pieces of 2x4, which might be way overdone, but I'll show you why in a minute. Actually, there's only going to be one that's going to be 22, and then I'm going to do 2 a different size. Believe it or not, this thing's actually almost done. It's going to come together quick now. Okay, now we're going to grab our dolly. Actually, I'm going to put those on first, but okay, so this is going to be our top piece. This one's 22. I'm only going to put 2 screws in this because it's really not, this one's going to be holding everything down, or it's going to be held down, and I don't want to split it. Trying to get better about not blocking the camera when I'm doing things. I guess like anything else, it'll hopefully get better with time. Let's assemble this. This is going to work out good because the wheels are going to stay in the thing very nicely. This one I'll probably put a few extra screws in, just because it's going to be having the quick hitch sit on it. Okay, that is not going anywhere. Okay, so I've taken it off the tractor. I've actually rolled it inside, and I have a lip coming up into my garage. You can see it's very sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Here's the back of it. And I'll be able to close my forks in and pick this right up and throw it on my trailer when I got to go do jobs. Okay, so I just went to upload the video for this, and I was looking at the picture that JW sent me and realized that I forgot a few pieces, and I actually built it a lot different than he did by mistake. I think I'm going to be fine, but the way he did his is he didn't do as long of a board up and down, and you'll be looking at a picture of this already, and he didn't do, I mean, he ran a board front to back that he attached the uprights to, which would give them more front to back stability. I think because I went with the 2x8 there, that I'll be okay, but just wanted to let you know that I messed that up. So now I'm going to go ahead and build. He had put a couple of uprights on each side so that it can slide right down into it and it guides it in. He put 45s on the end. I thought it was a great idea. I forgot about those, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those now and add them. Okay, so I've made 3 of these so far, and if you look, there's a 45 on this, and that's going to aim towards the hitch, and they're going to be on either side, so it guides the hitch down into the slot. So I've made 3, I need 4. I'm going to show you how I did it on the 4th one. So the first thing I did, and you can do this with a skill saw, is I set my table saw to a 45. You have just the same ability on a skill saw. I just happened to have my table saw close or I wouldn't have done it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the angle first. Okay, and I already measured and determined that I need about 9 inches. That's going to go to the bottom of the center boards and stick up past the quick hitch a little bit so that it, again, can guide it in. I was messaging with JW earlier, and he was telling me that he's able to take off his 3-point and put on his backhoe in about 10 minutes or less. He's got a cart for his backhoe also. I can't do that yet because I store my backhoe out in my temporary garage. So marking these again at 9 inches. You can do whatever you want. So I really can't do that yet, but hopefully I'm hoping to pour a pad up there next year and put something a little more permanent, and then I can do that. And I'm just going to cut this off. So now you got those nice pieces that'll guide it down in. And I am going to add something down under here. But what I think I'm going to do is when I go to put these back on the tractor the next time, which will probably be tomorrow, I'm going to see what height they are to come off and then make my board whatever height that is, so I can just pop them out and pop them back on, make it even easier. So thank you again for watching, and now I'm really done with this video. See you next time.